So do you find yourself saying that phrase a lot in City Skylines? No? This is my water filtration place. It is the place that taught me about garbage. And you'll soon see why. You'll soon see why. The one thing that helped me understand is that, see, that one's named Everforest. I named my garbage facilities, so therefore I know exactly who's picking up what from when. I've got 13 of them, garbage facilities. 7 or 8, and it's always the 7 or the same 8. See that ever get called here. A total of 35 trucks are going to roll through here. And look how empty they are. Most of them are going to leave empty too because of the way garbage is collected. Because I'm kind of thinking, yeah. But they're all coming at the same time. Right? That's what I mean. It's garbage day. They show up all at the same time. And it was that kind of made me scratch my head for a minute going, hold on. How does that happen? Right? Because this facility started off with just 4 of those little ponds just to test it out. And then as the years went on, it grew into this. Right? So you would think that, but it's the way that garbage is collected that causes garbage day. And if I could create it here, and if I could look at these guys, and if I could help you understand it, you could create garbage day. The first thing you got to understand is it's these water assets that are calling out the garbage trucks. The garbage trucks don't have a range. You could put them on the other side of the map, and they'll get the signal to come pick up the garbage. For example, I've got 13 assets, garbage assets, incinerators, recycles, whatever, in my city. And there's only 7 or 8 that ever come here. It's the same 7 or 8 that come here, right? It's never the others. The only way that could happen is if the asset is actually seeking out and finding the garbage facility and making a call saying, can you come pick up my trash? I want to look at that further. I want to be able to narrow it down for you and for me, for everybody, and show you what's going on. But for now, they all come at the same time. And that can be explained too. So for those who have areas where the whole area starts screaming at the same time, it's got to do with garbage day. This is a predictable event. It happens over and over and over again. So, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to come back and take a closer look at how this is going down. 35 trucks from 7 places. Right? And when I say 7 places, there's a pack of 5, and the other 2 are in different areas of the city using different roads. And they all show up at the same time. I think that's cool in itself. Garbage day. I think it needs exploring. So that clip you just watched was taken back in 2017. And I think it's been that long since I've been trying to get this together to show you. But the narrative has always been wrong, or I think that's what it is. The narrative has always been wrong. Let me show you the players involved. I think that's the best place to start. So, if you remember, I clicked on I clicked on every vehicle, every garbage truck that was coming to this, the water filtration place. And they came from 3 main areas. They either came from North Orton. Oh, that's not North Orton. North Orton, which is N Norton. Those trucks were near the end of the caravan. But they mainly came from Slickery Waste and Power, or Waste to Power. And the other one, which was Everforest, which is this complex here, which is 5 assets. 2 recycle places, A and B, and then A, B, and C incinerators. The ones you didn't see come to the water place is from the mines or any other place outside of, let me show you, this so-called radius. Right? Now, if these assets weren't here, like if they were further out, then the water, the ponds would have called out further. They start at a certain radius. If there's no love there, they keep increasing their radius until they find a garbage place that will come and pick up their garbage. Now, when that garbage truck comes out of the asset, we know that it's going to pick up garbage all the way to the asset that called it. The only time a garbage or an asset's going to call for garbage is if it gets to a certain point and makes a phone call. So if its garbage gets picked up before it calls out, that eliminates a garbage truck. But if a garbage truck has been called to an asset, it will go to the asset, regardless of how many garbage trucks pick up the garbage at that asset before that truck gets there. You follow me? But that's the only way that 35 trucks could have showed up at a facility where there was 37 assets. That means almost every asset called for a garbage truck, right? And if every garbage truck called, if every asset called for a garbage truck, then why didn't they get canceled out when the first few trucks came in and started clearing the roadway? They came anyways. So the only time that a garbage truck will go independent, I was about to say rogue, but independent, is after it's arrived at the address where it was going to pick up garbage. And if the vehicle still has room in its truck, well, then it'll pick another address. I'm not sure if the truck picks the address, the asset picks, or the garbage asset picks the address. I don't know. Maybe that's the random part. But I know they will try 3 attempts to fill their truck. And after the 3rd attempt, they don't try anymore. They go back to the shop. And I have seen trucks go back to the shop. And I have followed, and it did seem that they went from this neighborhood to that neighborhood, tried to fill, but the road he took was already cleaned, and then went to a 3rd neighborhood and went there and still couldn't couldn't get filled up because they were all clean again. So he ended up going all the way back to the shop. But in contrast, if an asset calls for a garbage truck and that truck tries to get there and can't because it fills up, it's going to go back, empty its truck, and try that route again. And hopefully by then, other trucks have, cleaned out that route so it can get to its destination. So the only time a garbage truck goes random or free agent is if it's arrived at its destination. You follow me? That's why they ended up here. No, that's not why they ended up here. The reason they end up here in one big caravan is because the last few trucks that clean up this facility are just picking up little scraps of paper, just they're resetting the timers. Because as soon as a garbage truck passes by an asset, it starts collecting garbage again. So it's filling, then it gets to the point where it calls out again. Right? So the last few trucks of the caravan, or of garbage day, they go around and clean up all the small pieces so that all the timers are almost reset again to all go off at the same time. And that's what causes garbage day. I don't think this one's going to do the classic garbage day for a little while because, well, I haven't had this incinerator off for a very long time. So the rhythm has to be achieved. It's probably the wrong word. But either way, the myth is that they run random. The myth is that it's random. It's not random. Here, let me click on every truck here. Okay, that's leaving. Okay, so that's Slickery, right? That's Slickery. 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 How random is that so far? Everforest, finally. Slickery. Again. Another Everforest. Another Slickery. Everforest. Do you see what I mean? There's definitely a calling range. Another Everforest. So we know that we're coming to the end of the garbage day when we start seeing trucks come from, I guess, the furthest distance, Orton. Look how clean this place is. Look at all the trucks coming in. And they're going to come in and just do a little bit of wiping, dusting, vacuuming. I don't know. Nothing that a garbage truck would do, but... right? Another Slickery. So out of that last one, it was, 35 trucks out of 37 assets. So 2 properties got cleaned before they were able to call out for a garbage truck. There we go, North Orton. We're near the end of garbage day. There's another one from North Orton. If I can ever click on it. There we go. How about a third one? There's usually 3. I've gotten to know my city. To the point where I know which garbage trucks will come where. There's usually 3. But of course, I'm okay with being proven wrong. So far we know that it's not random. Are you north? No. 2 from North Orton. Yeah. Look at how squeaky clean that is. How about we run this one more time?